Hi, Rich Spezzano here from DigitallyFearless, and this is number 18 in my Powerful Tools series for Affinity Photo. And this time I'm going to show you a better way to mask things. I'll try and keep it simple, so let's get started. So I pulled this from Unsplash from stock photos, and I have the link to it in the description below. And the reason I pulled this in is because I did like the fact that it would have been a clean selection, because if you do complicated selections, this method will work too. But I'm even trying to prove to you that if you do a clean selection, one way it isn't as good and the other way it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to select a layer and Control-Command-J to duplicate, and I'll hide the one below. I'm going to pause this video for a minute because I did this video a couple of days ago and I'm about to upload it, and right before I uploaded it I saw another video from the Affinity group. It's using the Atmosphere Content Pack in Affinity Photo with creator James Ritson. This video was unbelievably wonderful. It's a long video, but you should watch every bit of it. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because he shows you just what I'm showing you, but he's doing it on a landscape. So I really think you should watch it because it's really interesting, and it shows once again that you should not do a mask on the same layer. Okay, back to the video now. Now let's take on that top layer, let's go to the brush selection tool, and look how easy this selection is going to be. The contrast is unbelievable between the red and the guy's head. So that, and I purposely picked that to show you that sometimes you may even think that it's an easy selection, and it is, but you'll find things that are a little bit different. So the first thing I'm going to do with this selection, I'll hit refine, and then I'll apply the selection. See the drop down menu? I'll apply selection, which is the default here, and I'll say apply, and then I will click the mask button on the bottom. So there's the selection. I'm going to do Control or Command D to deselect it. Now it looks like a beautiful selection, doesn't it? So let's see if it really is. I'm going to select the one below, and I'm going to say Layer, New Fill Layer, and I'm picking this really bright green. You could pick another color, but I figured that bright green is so different from the red. And what I'm going to do now is get a very, very strong close-up. And I'm hoping that when you see it on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm just constantly going more and more. And I want you to see how there's red still in there where the hairs are. And the reason for that is when they do a selection like that, it's anti-aliasing the selection, but it's picking up the anti-aliasing. Sorry, it's picking up the anti-aliasing from the red background, and we really don't want that. We want a clean selection. So especially if you print, you don't want any red showing up here. So let me go back to start. Now, yeah, of course it looks good from here, but you know, you enlarge this, and a real professional is going to look at it and notice there's a tiny red edge around it. So now let's turn that off and turn this one off. I'm going to call this regular mask, select mask, not regular mask. Okay, so that's the one way. Now I'm going to duplicate this again, Control or Command J, and this time I am going to turn it on, same as before, and I will even make that same selection. Remember that selection we had before? I'm actually using the same selection from before. I'll hit refine, and when I do refine, this time I'm going to do, instead of select or mask, which is basically what we just did, I am going to say new layer with mask. Okay, or I could do new layer, but let's do new layer with mask, and hit apply, and the same thing happens. Well, I'm going to bring that one all the way to the top, and I'm going to call it new with mask, layer with mask, and I'm going to get a close-up and I want you to see the difference. You see that there is no red anywhere in this mask. Now if I turn that layer off with the mask, the new layer with the mask, and put the regular mask on, can you see the difference there? It's unbelievable that it makes that much of a difference. Again, you may not see it there, but this is the cleaner mask. There's no doubt about it. You won't have any red edges on that one. So it's important to note when you make a mask, always put the mask on a new layer. New layer with mask, and then you can always, if you want, you can rasterize this and get rid of the mask completely, and it's all ready to go with a transparent background. And you can put that on any color behind it. So let's say we put this back on, and we can change this color to anything, and it doesn't matter what we change it to, you won't have any extra colors bleeding into this mask. So I hope you found this tutorial useful, and if you did, please click like and subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.